Hi Facebook, it's Gary Weaving here, founder and CEO of Forgotten Veterans UK. Wanted to do a little cheeky live feed about our up and coming volunteering day at the Fort Cumberland on Sunday the 3rd of March, as well as other things. We're holding a volunteering day so people can come along and have a look and see if they would like to join in or become part of our community hub down at the fort. We're looking for a lot of different people to do a lot of different things, and this would be an ideal time to come and dip your toe in the water without feeling that you are committed to something. So it'd be lovely to see as many local veterans that can come down, or local enough that can come down and support us. We have lots of different volunteering opportunities within the charity because our internet side of the charity is doing so well. We're looking for area agent collectors, we're looking for more buddies, we're looking for people to do volunteering, we're looking for people to do fundraising. There's so many ways. We're also looking for people to go and sit at their local breakfast club and be a representative for Forgotten Veterans UK. So there's always loads of options for people to get involved. I've got 3 people. Hi Nick, lovely for joining me. Now there's 5. Come on, show your faces so I can see who's around. So, as you know, Forgotten Veterans have come on strength by strength by strength. We were a little bit misunderstood at first. People sort of tried to judge us by our name. Dean and Claire Cumberbatch. Hi Dean. Thank you for joining us. Mel, lovely. A lot of people were a little bit confused about what we were and what we were trying to do before. I think they've looked at the name Forgotten Veterans UK and automatically felt that we're having a poke at other charities, which is not the case. Forgotten Veterans was called this through my own experiences because I was let down by so many different agencies and governmental services. It was intentionally called Forgotten Veterans UK to merely attract people like me. We're not saying that other charities have forgotten them. We're not having a go at other charities. What we're doing is attracting people that have fallen through the gaps, through the net, and actually feel forgotten. And sadly, like we get messaged very regularly, a lot of people come to us and say, I felt forgotten. So it's doing exactly its job. It's taken a bit of time for the old large charities to recognise us because they judged us from a distance. But now our work and our books are proof of what we do. I told everybody we would give all the money, hi Andrew, directly to the veterans, either spending it on them or giving it to them as of sorts. And we have done exactly that. There's probably about 45 people now that are involved in the charity on a day-to-day basis, and we could not function without them. And yes, no one takes a wage. And yes, no one takes lavish expenses. Barely an expense, to be quite honest. Because people want to see where their money's going. People want to see where their effort is actually what it's actually doing to help our community. Carol Sharp, hello Carol, lovely. Thank you for joining us. Carly, thank you Carly. So it is what it is. We are the Forgotten Veterans of the UK. We are building an army of the forgotten. And we want people to come down to this fort when they're feeling low, when they feel like they're having enough, when they're feeling that no one is listening to them, and come down and get some respite care. Also, there's going to be lots of courses. We've had another creative writing course today. And there's also going to be a lot of training opportunities for veterans to be trained in historical building products. So not only are we offering a respite camp, not only are we offering a community hub, we're actually offering, with the support of Historic England and hopefully the Armed Forces Covenant, we're actually offering veterans training to become specialised in historic building products. And then there may be opportunities for Historic England and English Heritage to actually headhunt some of the best veterans. As long as they're not nicking my best volunteers, you know the score. We've got a lot of exciting plans coming up. Colin Peter Simpson. Most veterans are forgotten, but it's starting to get better for them with this charity and a few other similar ones. Yeah, come on, let's be honest. The smaller charities that do a hell of a lot with very little are picking up a hell of a lot of the worst and the most difficult cases. Our phone is ringing constantly now from the large charities, SAFA, the Welfare Service, Poppy Factory, British Legion, because they are saying we cannot offer what you guys do at the speed you do and have a buddy support network like you do. So we're being acknowledged, but all we need to do now is get the large charities to start paying for the service that we're providing, because at the end of the day, at the moment, we are currently self-supported. I'm not going to go into a rant about people not supporting us, because that is starting to change. As you know, I had the executives from the Royal British Legion down here recently, and they have done a U-turn. We need to provide one or two other bits for them before they'll start writing out a checkbook. But that's fine, because at the end of the day, you know, this is new to a lot of us. And, you know, what we've learned from last week, every day we're learning. Every day we're sort of collecting data in the right way, encrypted in the sky, obviously, which will allow us to have access to funding from the large organisations and charities, and also be able to get donations through some of the military associations. I keep getting, you're not Form A, so we can't help, which is a shame, because it does give various charities a large advantage over the small ones. But the work speaks for itself. So we're collecting the data of who comes here, who doesn't, how many people we've helped to actually go to these military associations and get a bit of wedge out of them every year. Might only be 5k, might only be 1 or 2k, but that's all money in the bank, and that's all money that goes straight to the veterans. Will I be giving quite as much money away this year as we did last year? I'm going to try not to. Not for any other reason that I have sleepless nights worrying about money. Because it's going out quicker than it's coming in at times. We've become victims of our own success, really. Charlie and Norma Shearer, thank you for joining us. If you want to ask any questions, feel free. I'm here to answer your questions. But you know, we've had to show that we're doing the work to prove that we need the funding. So it's a vicious cycle. And please remember, we've only actually been an official charity for about 14, 15 months. So what we've created in that time is quite astonishing. We don't want a lot for our time. We just want acknowledgement for what we've done, i.e. for the veteran volunteers and community, and we just need a little bit of funding from the big ones. You know, Will can be able to do even more if they play ball and help us out. But it does restrict our work, because at the end of the day, if I had cash in the pot, then we'd be able to do even more for people like you, for the most vulnerable, for the most needy, and for the forgotten. So 3rd of March, it's this coming Sunday. It's at Fort Cumberland. We're having various different people speak. Someone from the council. Louise Percival's running with this. She's very experienced from her time of 10 years with the British Legion. So thank you to them. Thank you to all the volunteers that are digging deep and that are digging deep to put this on. I get to do the easy bit and just turn up as usual and do my little bit. So, you know, without other people, without the volunteers that run this charity, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And we're still asking people, you know, we're the outside racehorse now. This horse has been galloping and it's getting faster and faster and faster. So will you give me £1 or £2 a month? Nothing more. Something that's not needed, something that's not missed. But if I get 1,000 people giving £2 a month, that's £2,000 I can give directly to our community. Not to sit in our accounts, not to invest in offshore ventures, not to invest into money-making schemes, to actually give directly to our community. You know, I'm not knocking these large charities because they've turned themselves into you know, large corporate companies, and they've had to invest our money. You know, I get that. Someone just called. When someone calls me live feed, it gets interrupted. So whoever just called, I do apologise, but I will be calling you back shortly once I finish looking at myself smiling. So I'm just trying to drum up a bit of support for Sunday. The guys and girls have put a lot of effort into this. We know there's hundreds of veterans around this Portsmouth area, and you know, within 20 or 30 miles. Apparently there's 300,000 veterans within 20 miles of Fort Cumberland at Portsmouth. So, you know, calm down, guys. Not all 300,000 of you. I might have to get some more milk in. But we're going to try and lay on a few snacks. We don't go big because we don't like to waste money. But we also want to make people feel appreciated for coming down here. We're not going to steamroll you into invited skips all round. We're not going to steamroll you into committing to something. That's not what it's about. It's more about information to show you what we're going to be doing next year and this year, and to see whether you can put into this organisation. Fort Cumberland's becoming as much of a community hub as it is a respite camp for veterans and their families. So, you know, there's plenty of opportunities out there. We want to hear your ideas. This is your charity. See, this is the difference. I've made myself accessible to the public so they can come to me and tell me what they're thinking, whether it's good or bad, you know. So many of these CEOs sort of cut themselves off and sort of create them something sort of, I'm really special, I won't talk to you. Well, nuts to that. I'm just a man, and we built this charity off the backs of volunteers and off of the backs of our community. So why wouldn't I listen to you? And we will give you what you want. If you want something, you want a particular course, we'll do it. If you want a particular therapeutic hobby, we will do it. We've got a men's shed opening here. We've got a nighttime billet being built soon. So people that want to come and stay but don't fancy the canvas option or the basher can also come and stay indoors. We're in talks with TILS, the NHS, veteran trained NHS workers, about putting them down here. So not only will you be able to get the best possible mental health support while staying here, that we'll actually be able to bring in veterans from all over the south of England to make sure they get the mental health support they need. Right, I'm just going to have a little read of Colin Peterson. I can't read them all out, guys, because sometimes they're not appropriate. A lot of charities don't do anything for the Northern Islands veterans, according to Colin Peter Simpson. Yes, we hear this again and again and again. One of our plans for this year is to get our Scotland registration, and Colin Peterson Simpson, I promise you, and I'm a man of my word, once we've got Scotland, we will go for a charity registration in Northern Ireland, and we will work with Historic England and English Heritage to try and put on something of this nature over there, sir. So, yes, I know some of the island veterans are forgotten. Yes, the demographics of politics is difficult out there. It's not as straightforward as just popping up because of the risk to life, especially with the Brexit thing coming. It's going to be an uncertain time in Ireland, again, especially in the north. But I am certain things will pan out, and the government will put in something which is applicable to everybody. And then, yes, we would like to come to Northern Ireland. We do deal with veterans in the radar. Sorry, that was another call. Whoever was trying to get hold of me is very persistent. Please hold fire, mate. I will be with you shortly. I promise you. Right, long way from Leicester, brother. But you're on my list of visits next time I'm down your way. And that was from Henry Reddy. Well, Henry, that's why we put it on for a week. You know, I've been up to Leicester recently. I know it's quite a drive. I appreciate that. If finance is something that will stop you coming here, we may be able to help with that. But if you're here for a week, the drive isn't too bad either way. So, you know, don't let it stop you. The weather's improving. We're going to have the nighttime billet in good time, hopefully, for the winter months. So there shouldn't be an excuse why you can't come down here and spend some time with your brothers and sisters. It's about prevention, not cure. I'm not trying to fix you. We will give you the tools and the encouragement and direction to help fix yourself, or at least hold your hand until you can get into the right place. So, you know, the respite retreat in Portsmouth is accessible to anyone, and if money is the issue, then please be in touch. Amanda Lewis, hi Amanda, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. So, 3rd of March, 10 till 4, PO4 9LD. There's only one Fort Cumberland, and there's only one Forgotten Veterans UK. If you want to come down, get in touch.
There's only one Gary Weaving.
And there's only one Gary Weaving, I've just been told. Thank goodness. There's only enough in this world for me. I'm going to leave us. I try not to drag these on too much, unless anyone's got a comment or a question. Please share this. Share it into your groups. Share it into all the little self-help things, you know, because the more people that know about this service, the better. Right, I'm going to get off because I've got a million things to do, and I'm actually going out to see Phil Campion tonight with some of the boys. FVUK Monsters. It's been lovely to speak to you. I'm Gary Weaving, the founder and CEO of Forgotten Veterans. Oh, hang on, I've just got one more. Moga Ruhr. Just seen this. When is the next camp? The camp is whenever you want to come down here, my friend. Obviously, you can ring us at short notice. All you need to do is bring your clothes and your toothbrush, and we will take care of everything else. Those that are a little scared of busy places, now is the time to come down, because we're not heavily booked out, as we've only just opened these doors. So if you'd like to come when it's slightly quieter, when you get more of our attention, you know, you're more than welcome to come down here. Moga or Mogga, however you say it, please excuse me. Tracy Shiletto, lovely to see you, Tracy. We're still trying to get a date with Leicester Council. We're on this. We're not going to let you down. If any other families of the deceased would like us to arrange a meeting with your council, your lead councillor, for me to come along with you and tell your story and see what we can get, shake the council up to see if they can get an improvement to the veteran services in their area, and also allow put pressure on the councils to change the coroner's report. This is something I've been doing for some time. Right, unless there's anybody else, I'm going to ring this fella back because he's obviously keen as mustard to get hold of me. I'm Gary Weaving. I'm the founder and CEO of Forgotten Veterans UK. This is Camp Fort Cumberland and the Basher Retreat. Hang on, we got another question. Will you be at Voss on Wednesday? Actually, we will have a representative down there, but I won't be there because I'm sitting on the Free Pig Tills board on Wednesday, giving them a little rattle in my own unique way. I've found a few problems that need to be addressed, and I'm also having a meeting with the founder of the Tills service, Dr. Jonathan Leach, afterwards. And he's going to be getting an ear bashing off of me in my own individual way as well, because I've found some problems. It's a great service, but it's a developing service. And I found some problems, and I ain't just there for the coffee. I'm there to get things done. So I will be dealing with that on Wednesday. But there will be a representative of Forgotten Veterans UK at Voss on Wednesday. Right. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it for now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much. Please share this. Sharing is caring. Get the information out there. I hope your tills goes well with you, Mogger Raw, or Roger Moore, or whatever you want to call us. Thanks, Marilyn Yarman. I'm a star, but you know. No, I'm not. I'm just someone with a lot of heart, a lot of oomph, and I've got the right people right around me helping me. All right? Right, now this time I'm going to go. Ta-ta for now. Thank you.